Yo, what is up everyone? Welcome back to a brand new video here on the channel. So hope you guys are all having a great day. So two things before I start talking about my setup, explaining it, because I have been asked a lot as of late because I did change it up a little bit. But first off, I want to say thank you very much for all the support lately. It's been insane. Thank you for also listening to what I was saying about, if you find the videos useful, please leave a like. If you find it, not useful at all, please leave a dislike. It helps me to see if what I'm doing is helping people, or if it's just I'm making it and people are just watching because I made it, you know what I mean? So yeah, I really appreciate that, as well as it kind of came to my attention that some people don't email me. Guys, if you want to talk to me, it's not like I'm Justin Bieber or like a celebrity. Guys, I'm gonna respond almost every single time. Sometimes I get sidetracked and then I forget to respond, but just resend it. But if you want to talk to me, if you want to have a chat or something like that, I like talking to people. That's why I created this channel. That's why I spend 30 minutes to an hour a day in random LCs talking to people. There's a reason why I'm doing it. So, yeah, I mean, if you want to talk or you have questions about any of this, or you want a base review or stuff like that, just email me in-game and I will try my best to get to you as soon as possible. Okay, so let's talk about bases. So recently, the meta has changed severely because perches have changed. For those who don't know, perches now only provide buffs for the islands that it shows green on. So whenever I tap this perch, it provides a buff to these three islands. Island 1, 2, and then 3. It used to provide buffs to the entire base, but it's changed. Now, this island, or this perch, provides buffs for this small island and then the middle long island. And then this perch right here provides buffs for these two islands, or here. The issue is that a lot of people had their kill island right here and their rage drain right here. Now, a perch on a rage drain, like I've said billions of times, is pointless. Because if they leave that perch there just sitting there, they can use that to gain a bunch of rage, and that rage drain is wasted. So, a lot of people were complaining on the forums about that, but I don't think PG is changing it. So now you have to kind of decide, do you want, where do you want your kill island? Do you want to have it right here and just keep the perch as it is? Or do you want to move your kill island right here, assuming you don't have a completely maxed out base, to where mine is, and have your farms here? So, I'm going to explain my setup, and the reasoning behind why I have a fire flag right now and not an ice turret. So, and also placement of the towers, because that's quite important actually as well. Okay, so the reasoning behind a fire turret instead of an a fire flak, my bad, instead of an ice turret. Thing is that there's so many dragons with ice to resist these days. So many of the strongest hunters have it. So what I noticed on my base is that the kill island didn't kill stuff. Because let's say you have a dragon with a fire turret, with an ice turret resist. Okay. So this is your kill island right here. Issue is that if they kill the dark flak, there is nothing on this island that will do any damage to them. So your kill island is just a free way for them to gain rage. That's all it does. That's the issue. Now, that is assuming that you're going against people with ice turret resist. Now, if you're not, then ice turrets do an insane amount of damage, and they are quite useful. But the thing is that there's so many these days that have ice turret resist that I was like, you know what? It might be useful to build a fire flag, because for those who don't know, fire flags got a buff in the not last update, but they got a buff recently to where they do more damage now. And now, fire flags are actually a viable tower to use. They are a threat. They kill stuff so quickly because they have a fast firing rate. They do it in a pretty good amount of damage. I mean, the special attack is 4 mil. How much is this again? Yeah, so basically half of a dark flag, but like a dark flag does half HP to most dragons these days. So, I mean, think about that for a second. Like, this is a storm tower. 1.96 mil. Versus 1.88. But you have to remember that this doesn't have to take that break all the time. And also, it's not an equal level. So let's say... I'm so stupid. Oh no. Okay, oops. I did not mean to build that. Dang it. Oh man, we can't do a video without failing at least once. Alright, so yeah, anyway, you get the gist of it. It's about equal to an ice turret, but it also slows down, it also reduces dragon attack, which for hunters, kills hunters, because they rely on that intense damage quickly. And then also, once it's killed, so let's say the dragon has very little health and they kill it and they don't know how to dodge a fire flak shot, it dies. Because that fire flak sends out a shot after it's killed, and that does a pretty good amount of damage. So, yeah, it's just overall, it's a strong tower. This kill island kills max Neptuses, if not flown correctly, at less than 20%. At less than 20%. Easily. So, just keep that in mind. And this is not just for dragons that have ice to resist. Any dragon without a fire flak resist will be dealt a ton of damage. I would argue that it's really up to you guys these days between ice turret or a fire flak, because fire flaks are ridiculous. Okay, so let's talk about my placement. Not fire flak. There's so many flaks and there's so many turrets, and I just get confused. Okay, so the dark flak always has to be in the front because of its range. Now, the reasoning behind having it here instead of right here is because you might be thinking, well, Odin, if it's right here, then people are going to be targeting it first. The one problem with having it right here is that it's a slower firing speed. Because so every single tower has a range. And once a dragon goes into that range, the tower will start to prepare to attack. When the dragon is coming up to the island, this is the first tower that it basically activates. So putting it right here makes sure that it actually gets a shot off before the dragon kills it. So basically you get more damage off, you get more shots off, and this storm tower protects it. So actually, more times than not, it actually doesn't get killed at all, and it ends up having more time to get shots off. So yeah, that's why it's in the corner and not the inner corner. Now the storm tower. You might remember when I used to say, have the storm tower wherever, and have the and have the red mage in the middle and the blue mage up front. Okay. That has changed. The reasoning behind me doing this is because these days there's so many white spells. Especially for dragons like Neptus. Neptus, if I have a red mage in the middle, can still take out a tower of its choice without having to worry about it. And with my type of setup, that's dangerous. Because if he kills the red mage, if he kills the blue mage, the dark flak, or the fire flak, I'm dead. So let's say I have it in the middle, and I have this in the corner. So he can kill this fire flak really easily, even before it has time to shoot. So that's not going to get any damage off at all, and all he has to do is kill one building, and then it's game over for me. So having this in the middle is actually, I would argue, the most beneficial spot. I know you can technically vine a lot easier, but the thing is that most people don't know how to vine correctly. They don't know how to hit 5 at a time, so it's like, is it really a worry for me? I don't think so. I quite honestly don't think so. So I would say that having this in the middle, it just protects it overall. And it also makes it so people waste so much of their ammo when they're using hunters, because they spam on the freaking storm tower shield. Guys, do not do that. If you're a hunter, you instantly die. Because if you can't kill stuff and there's high damage towers left, yeah, you're dead. You're dead. So don't do that. Kill the storm tower if it's defended. Guys, common sense. You know people are going to be using that storm tower shield, so hit the storm tower. You know what I'm saying? Don't waste all your ammo against a shielded and you die. Now, okay. The reason why I don't have my blue mage up front is because people try to target the blue mage if it's up front, because they want to kill it as soon as possible. If I'm using air beam, what I do is I hit the chaos as I'm turning, and I hit the blue mage and I hit flash before any super shots can hit me. It's so easy to do if it's in the front. If it's in the back and it's high enough and has just enough HP so I can't kill it in time, I'm stuck. And dragons like Airbeam can't kill it before the stuff hits it, and he's dead. Because the super shots hit him, and he has no rage. Game over. So having it in the back makes it more difficult for Noct to Vine and Blink, which most people don't know how to do that, but some do. And also it makes it harder for people like, you know, Air Force. Actually, I think it's a little bit easier, but most people can't fly like Air Force. Or I can actually do that almost every single time now, even defended, when it's in the corner like this. I'm actually kind of proud of that. But yeah, it's more efficient if it's in the back. And then of course the Red Mage is right here because if I switch placements of the Red Mage and the Fire Flak, all you have to do is Vine the first 3 towers and Blink, and you only have 2 mages and the perk that will ever do damage to you. So Noctua gets past it so easily. So I have to, because that way, even if they Vine the first 3 towers right here, there's still that Fire Flak, and the Fire Flak is enough to kill a max Noctua quite easily. So yeah, that's the reasoning behind this setup. Yeah, do I need to talk about anything else? I guess I'll talk about this. So the reasoning behind having your farms in the front is because since they have so much health, having it in the front of your base is actually the best place. Because if it's a good enough percentage of your base, it will save you so many attacks. Because people have to kill it, have to make the decision of either targeting these or targeting the towers behind it. So once I get this island maxed, I can go and start focusing on these. And once these are high enough level, they're going to have to prioritize these or else they're going to die. Instead of focusing on the farms, so the farms will be there as they fly right over them, and they won't have 70%, they won't be my base. And that happens so many times even now. So that's the reasoning why behind having your farms up front these days. I used to say in the back, but definitely up front is the best way to go. Okay, so I think that's good enough. I think I've explained effectively what my base is, why I have it in this particular setup, and yeah, hopefully this helped you guys out, and let me know if you have any comments, questions, concerns over this. If you have any personal tips or strategies that you like using with your base layouts, please let me know. I'll be really happy to hear, and, you know, take some notes from some of you guys, because, you know, I've met people that, like, lately, a lot of, like, really high levels have apparently been watching my videos, and I'm like, okay, can you guys teach me something, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out, guys.